We are live at Hooters. It's Good Friday, plus Hooters equals very good Friday. Double the fun Friday, some would say. A tit-tacular Friday, I think, is a way that, I think that's what the Romans called it.
Was it?
I think
2,000
so.
years ago, that's what they said?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
It's first night of Passover for our friends of the tribe. Yeah, we appreciate you guys for what you, actually not right now. Today we don't. This week we don't appreciate you very much. But later we'll get back to that.
We got a wonderful, look at this, Levack, the stand-up, huh?
I put it up. I know it's there.
I know. I did it because I'm not trusted with those types of things.
No, you trust it. It's just hysterical. It wouldn't be up yet. We're getting ready. The home opener just a week and a day away. Tomorrow, the Albany Empire, we will be at the Firewolves game. So halftime, we're going to go out. Our good friends at the Albany Firewolves said we're going to pack the house, and we'd like you to come help us do it. And we want to honor you guys for winning the 2021 NAL National Championship. We appreciate that. So, what?
You
want me to hit the? Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There it is. I don't know. Jared was waving. Everybody's waving. Everybody's doing, like. It's the one thing I never really quite understood. Paying attention to us at Hooters. You know what I mean? It's just there's a lot going on that I would look at before I look. I might listen to us and talk to Lana. That's
look, for a lot of people, this is their weekend. It starts, spring break is on the way. The holiday weekend is on the way. You can start it early with us.
How do you fix spring afterwards? That's the question.
Luckily, it's not my responsibility. I don't have to figure that out.
Somebody's got to do it. I just realized how perfectly this camera angle here at Hooters for Good Friday has picked up the fact that we're already doing shots. It's like right on all of it. It's already, and look, that's show prep. That's social lubricant is what they call it. Yeah, very, very, very good Friday. NBA playoffs get to that next level this weekend. Firewolves this weekend. A lot of cool things this weekend. A lot of fun to be had. Yankees this weekend. Things.
Yeah.
We play? Who do we play? The losers?
By the losers, do you mean the Baltimore Orioles?
Yeah. Same team. I thought you changed your names. No. I thought Cleveland went to the Guardians, and then Baltimore. So like Cleveland was like, listen, the name Indian is insensitive, so we're gonna be the Guardians. And then Baltimore found out that they were insulting Orioles. The actual birds were offended. The bird said we would fly upside down over Camden Yards because it's not worth shitting on. And you had to change your name to losers.
Camden Yards is a beautiful ballpark, although the Orioles are not a beautiful product. This is usually the time for the first 2 weeks of the season where I'd brag about the moments the Orioles would spend in first place. Those moments have yet to happen or may never happen as they sit at a wonderful 1-5 on the season.
Ooh. Yeah, Yankees are weird. They're schizophrenic, to say the least, I think. So not like,
Yeah, but you know what? Let's sit on the Yankees for a second because I got a nice.
I don't know if they're going to like that.
I got a nice graphic I made here involving a certain player the Yankees just faced, and I'm curious to your take and Yankee fans as well about, did the Yankees this week face the new Big Papi? Is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the next Big Papi? And I'm talking about a player that Yankee fans might respect but don't root for, with some flair at the plate, changing the way in which we view a franchise, MVP caliber hitter who's changing positions. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit 3 home runs earlier this week. And I'm curious for you as a Yankee fan, how are you viewing young Vlad for Toronto?
He's not Ortiz. The reason I say he's not Ortiz, and it hurts me to say this, Ortiz would 100% hit 3 home runs against the Yankees, but he wouldn't get the sombrero the next night. Like Vlad's still young. He's very good. He's very destructive. If you think there wasn't a lot of butthole puckering going on through Yankee land, the Yankee universe, when he got up later in the game, you're out of your mind. Oh, there it is.
It's the first time you've used that phrase on the Levack Goz show ever.
Yeah, it helps. The one shot and the full beer before we go on does help me, bring out the old sayings that I don't usually use on a microphone. But Ortiz would have at least had a hit or two. He would have at least scared you. He would have put one to the warning track that John Sterling would have told everybody it was a home run, and then would have been, he was at least a step out of the warning track. So that's baseball, Susan. No, John, you're just being a dick. Stop telling people they're home runs when they're not. You've done it to me my whole life. Our buddy Bill Fish starts texting me immediately. He goes, I'm sorry it's late. I don't even know if you're watching. He did it again. And I was like, I'm 100% watching. Don't be sorry. F you, John. I was wrong.
4 million views. That is
Yeah.
4 million views now across social media of John Sterling's botched call. And by the way, look, for young broadcaster, right? If the outfielder's just standing there or he's like turning his head, John Sterling got fooled by the outfielder. Every broadcaster is taught, watch the outfielder. If he's running really fast, the ball's he's not even what is Sterling even looking at in that home run?
And look, you're gonna make the mistake. I'm not naive enough to think that everyone's gonna be perfect on that kind of call. I'm not even mean enough to make fun of somebody for it, but he historically does that. Like that used to be the joke when we did Levack and Goz on the radio. That is high, that is far. It's a pop up second. Like it was like, that's what he did. And the pure bliss in Sterling's voice when Vladdy was hitting home runs. Like bliss. Like, and I get it. It is pretty spectacular. It's cool to see. The guy is hopefully he continues to play really, really well because it's fun to watch. It's not better than anybody on the Yankees. But you're my hometown announcer, and you sound like you're just freaking any happier. And I would have thought it was Susan talking about Clemens and Steinbrenner's box.
It was a weird twist to hear the situation of Sterling openly
Jersey Shore
rooting. Well, that's right, too. That is strange as well. Openly rooting for another player that wasn't wearing pinstripes. Instead, it was Vlad Jr. Is he Big Papi 2.0? No. Like, he's got his own swag, too. He's got his own thing going. I think that's better for baseball, that it's just not a copycat of Big Papi. But when it comes to being aggressive at the plate and feeling like the Blue Jays can be a competitor, like pre-Papi, the Red Sox never got it done. Papi, as much as Yankee fan didn't like him, he was a clutch hitter. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hasn't hit.
Wallet.
Stole your wallet at ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad Jr. has not been put in those spots yet in his career to have those big-time hits. But if you want to talk about a popular, exciting, can't-miss player, Vlad Jr. is now putting it to the point of, I know Ohtani's starting off rough and Trout's on the West Coast, so there's a little West Coast bias, but he is now turning into one of the I can't wait to watch this guy play, which is a huge compliment. Maybe Papi was in that same spot, but Papi also didn't play the field. Vlad Jr. is young enough where he's out there sitting at first base because he was a little too many beers and chicken wings for Vlad to play third base, I think.
I think this is the difference between rooting for a winning team and rooting for a losing team. And I'm not trying to be a dick right now. I know it's happening, but like you forgot a part of that. Like you want to watch him play someone else. You don't want to watch him play your team. Yeah. Like, because again, he is instances like if we were at Yankee Stadium, Yankees, Blue Jays, Yankees are like 7 runs in the 5th, and he gets up. I'm like, yeah, why don't you pop one? Why don't you hit one? But any other scenario, I want to see him come to the plate. Matter of fact, hit him. I don't care. Get crazy.
Already, we're already throwing at him.
Hit him. You never had. Well, you did this because you competed in Big Papi. The Yankees never had the balls to throw inside on Big Papi. So let's go. Like Big Vladdy, little chin music. Get him off the plate.
I think about those Blue Jay teams from like 7-8 years ago where they had Jose Bautista, they had Josh Donaldson, David Price was on that roster. Those Blue Jay teams felt like Troy Tulowitzki wanted to fight everybody.
Yeah,
like they really did. They never got to the World Series. Those moments when Bautista hit the home run, I think it was still them, the Sky Dome, the Rogers Center might have been. Those Blue Jays teams had some swag to them. Yeah, this Blue Jay team just feels like, my dad's were into the pros, like Bichette and Biggio. This is fun. I'm playing against the Yankees. This is cool. Yeah, they don't know if they should charge them out or be thankful that this is happening in their careers. But look, that's the biggest test. We talked about this at the end of March, early April. We're into mid-April now. Toronto was going to be the biggest test for the Yankees. The Rays are still out there. They just proved in that opening series that, they are going to have some flashes where it's like, whoa. They got hitters. They got some guys who can get the job done on the mound, which is good enough. And they'll be a test for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think you're going to see them. There's going to be a point where they rip past everybody, like maybe July. They got like a 3-4 game lead in the American League East. And then I think you see the teams who have been there before, the Rays, the Yankees, the Red Sox, track them down and just kind of walk past them. But they're you have to respect the way the Blue Jays are being built. You personally, fan of a team that is not being built right, you have to respect the way they're being built. They went from they were very good and then it fell apart to, all right, you held on to Joey Bats and everybody a little too long. So all of a sudden here they are with this like Generation Next crew that they've got of all these like second generation baseball players who are who are phenomenal, and they're fun to watch. Even if you're not winning a ton of games, it's still worth going to see because you want to see what these guys are going to do. But I hope they don't do it against the Yankees. Screw them very much. All the Yankees, all day. Let's go, baby. Do you start to believe in the Yankees a little bit based on the way they play? Like with Severino goes out and shuts down Big Blotti 3 times.
Of all the things that I've seen for the Yankees, I'm glad you brought up Severino because Severino's the one yelling out at people, talking trash, the gifs of him just screaming. I liked it. Severino, Levack, you and I have had so many conversations about if Sevy's good, the Yankees can take the next step. If Sevy's an ace, the Yankees can get to the World Series. And those conversations have changed now because of injuries and everything else that's happened in his career. But yeah, I would love to see Sevy turn into the player that so many Yankee fans hoped he would be. And if there is one fun part about the Yankees that you hope can last throughout the season, it is the play of Luis Severino. That'd be really cool if that continues to happen for Yankee fans.
Yeah, and plus, I just like Sevy. I just like Sevy. He's just, it's whether you're supposed to or not, I just do. So, 3 teams tied for first in the American League East: Yankees, Jays, Rays, 4-3. Red Sox 3-3, and then Baltimore's 1-5. 1-5.
A lot of real minutes left. Is that Sir Bert likes to say as well?
For you to suffer through. And then, well, here's the thing, though. You know how this goes, though, right? Yankees are at Baltimore this weekend. This is either going to be a rain-out Central, or the Orioles are going to play their best baseball all year in this series against the Yankees this weekend. Which, again, you can watch. You can watch Game 1 right here tonight at Hooters. Orioles wear orange. So do the girls, orange shorts. Synergy, my friend.
Yes.
A lot of my Empire schedule behind us right here. It's got orange on it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Have you seen anything so far this year, guys? Why is everyone calling me? I should put Sean Johnson right on the air. That's what I should do.
Your coach, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It might scare him if I do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to answer it? While
he's still new enough. No, because it's going to instantly feed through the board. He's still new enough. I don't want to screw with him yet. Have you seen anything right now in baseball that's like changed your mind? You believe in somebody you didn't think you were going to. You don't believe in somebody you thought you were going to be all about. Like, is there? What are you seeing?
This isn't the sexiest storyline, but the Kansas City Royals might be good again. Kansas City took a huge drop off for a long time, and then they got to 2-4. But like Merrifield and everybody else on that roster, Benintendi, people can remember them. They were fun, and now they've unfortunately slipped back. The Mets don't have DeGrom. That would be more fun to see that. I saw the Mets-Phillies stuff going viral of Mets and Phillies fans throwing cell phones and testing their accents out on each other. But besides that, Ohtani stinking. That's about it. The Freak Show, as our podcast audience may not be remembered about. The Freak Show, as he called him, the circus act.
Dude,
he's talking to his baseball bat to get hits again.
When you put some respect on the Mets name, okay? You keep the Mets name out your mouth. 6-2. Just destroyed Arizona today, 10-3. Insane. I love I just got called unoriginal by the ginger beard bald guy. Like seriously, when I see you, I don't know if I want to go buy a cleaning product or slap the Gordon Fisherman. I don't like you're an amalgamation of everything I've never wanted to be around.
Jared Lozier, Northeastern Insurance, 518-956-3753. JAREDL@nemail.com.
All right.
Ohtani's betting 172, by the way. I think you're about to go off on an Ohtani rant about the circus.
He's irrelevant. I feel like I think the joke is over. I just love that everybody in my office knows exactly what I'm doing right now, yet they're blowing me up. They're blowing me up right now.
Let's do this. Ohtani is falling off a bit. We got some Empire players showing up right now. Why don't you take care of this while I tell us about our friends over at Mohawk Honda?
Go ahead.
How about that? Mohawk Honda, the spring is here, and on the weekends, if you're listening to this on a Saturday or a Sunday, Mohawk Honda wants to take care of you this spring and summer. You're looking for the new vehicle, take care of the Kelly Blue Book offer. That means you can walk into Mohawk Honda and maybe within 10 minutes, that's right, 10 minutes, get cash in your pocket. You can get money for you and drive off the lot with a new vehicle. Maybe it's the 2022 Pilot EXL, and maybe it's another vehicle that fits your style, your budget, and more. Shout out to everybody over there. Greg Johnson, who I believe is in Augusta.
That's true.
I think he was at Augusta.
He was. That's
Cam
true.
McKenna, Brian McKenna, Lindsey Harridan, John and Sirs. I could run through so many more names. Everybody, Nate, Nick, and MJ, all those people. We're doing a great job at Mohawk Honda. Stop in, get yourself a new vehicle, especially with that summer road trip on the way. You want to make sure with gas prices going up and more that you've got the car that fits your life. It's Mohawk Honda, where they always go out of their way to please you. And you stop into Glenville, Levack and Goz, Godzilla Media. That's the reason you got your vehicle, because of us here on the show.
Is that for sure?
What?
You took what?
Levack is right now for our audio audience getting some feedback from some Empire players. Darius Prince is to his left. Owner of the Empire, Mike Cord, is behind him as well. So this is the fun part. Levack, by the way, 8 days from now, the Albany Empire will kick off their season, 7 o'clock Saturday, MVP Arena, when Albany takes on the Carolina Cobras. As you can tell, Levack, it is going to be packed for you for the next 8 days. You've got a look on your face that our audio audience can't see. Do you want to say what was just passed along to you, or do you want to hold off on it a little bit?
I'll say it. I'm trying to wave somebody down for a beer. Miller Lite, if you don't mind. Thank you, sir.
That is Jared Lozier.
Jared, yeah, right.
You know what?
Everything mean I said about Jared is a lie.
That's the man right there. Save money.
Right. Save money and my palate. All right. Let me do this. So guys, I'm going to interview you. Let's forget that I'm president of the Albany Empire right now.
Okay.
Let's just go with the fact that you follow the NAL very closely.
Yes.
You were a big fan, and we both worked for the AFL.
Yes.
Your estimation this year, the National Arena League, who is the best? Who would be the favorite to be the best quarterback of the NAL for the 2022 season? Don't be a homer. Just talk about who you think has the best chance to be the best quarterback in the NAL this year.
I'll say this, and hopefully the Empire players don't hear this. I would go with the reigning MVP, Mason Espinosa, right? Like, I think he would have the opportunity to be the best. I think that's a fair and honest evaluation.
Sure, if he was going to play this year.
Oh,
Mason Espinosa has reportedly taken a job coaching a college team, an offensive coordinator for a college team. I don't have the team yet, but it is that we just got that. I'm efforting to verify, but players from Columbus have let our guys know that it looks like Mason's going to an offer he couldn't refuse.
This is massive news in the NAL. Inside the walls, Ryan McCarthy, whoever's on the Albany Empire. Someone call Lexi Swat. All right, someone call whoever's on the beat this year for you guys and let them know.
Sir.
A breaking Levack and Goz inside move. That is some massive news.
I'm feeling kind of torn right now.
Why?
Obviously, you now. I liked our odds against everybody in this league already because of who we are, what Coach Menas has built, and everything like that. You like your odds a little better without Mason Espinosa in the league. You know, again, if this is 100% factual, and right now I'm hearing it is. But I love Mason. He's a good dude. He was here. He was Tommy's backup in 19, and he's a hell of a player. He's a nice guy. He's a real good dude. You kind of want to beat a team with their best. I'm not going to not take the W if we get it, but there you go. Okay, what's up, Cam?
There's Cam, the Empire fan right there. But so yeah, you feel, I guess, conflicted because if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. But the Empire are the reigning champs. But it'd be nice if your team played well against Mason Espinosa. I get it. Like, you want to continue to have the best in the league. That is a massive news.
Huge news
for Empire fans who just heard that for the first time. I think their quick question is going to be this. All right, if one of the best players, arguably the best player in the entire league, is no longer a part of the league, is there any fear that an offer could be made to the Empire? And I know, look, this is putting you on the spot within the last 20 seconds. You don't make the roster decisions, but I think some Empire fans will wonder if a trade's on the way. And this close to the season, that's going to be really hard to do because he's got to learn the offense. He's got to learn chemistry. So it seems as if
Gibson's a great coach.
Right.
He's a very, very good coach. So he'll be able to get somebody going. However, I mean, you don't replace Mason Espinosa that easily. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I think you talk about trade. I think there's like one team in the league right now that has 2 A+ starting caliber quarterbacks on their roster. And I think you're going to be doing color commentary for them. We got Mike Faithful and we got Sam Castronova.
Yeah.
Guess who I'm not giving a freaking quarterback to if it's up to me. I mean, coach does the roster, but I you call me for either one of those guys. You better send everybody because I'm not giving you. Why would I help you?
Doesn't make any sense.
Man, that's big. That is big news. again, you're talking about when you talk about Mason Espinosa, you're talking about a really good dude. You're talking about a person who, like, I root for him. I don't root for him as much, when we're playing him, but his first 4 passes in the championship game were touchdowns. Not first 4 drives, not first 4, whatever. First 4 passes. Dude dropped back, threw the ball, touchdown. We go down the field, we score. Dude drops back, throws the ball, touchdown. Go down the field, score slowly, but get it done. Touchdown. Like, he just did 4 plays, 4 touchdowns for Mason Espinosa in the championship game.
I was there. I remember there's Coach right there. Good
Coach Menas, you want to talk now, or you want to wait a minute? Yeah. Did you hear what just happened?
Smart.
Did you hear what they're talking about? Oh, you are? Okay. so it's real. Okay, there we go. Because we're sitting over here going, it's.
That's right. No.
You didn't know. We didn't say anything.
A single
we
word.
said everything.
8 days from kickoff.
Yeah.
8 days from kickoff. The Albany Empire get underway.
Oh, no, 100% we did. 100% we did.
We didn't put it on social media. Don't worry.
I said it's not 100% verified yet.
No. Rumors floating around. Don't worry about it.
No,
That's
you
right.
didn't.
No.
Actually,
Cam said it. I heard him.
To be perfectly honest, the source that I saw was not you.
There you go.
So you were a second source if you did say it, which you have not yet.
Was the source a kicker?
Go on over there, Coach. I'm gonna blow this whole thing up. Sources.
He's smart. I gotta tell you, he's smart.
8 days away from kickoff for you. I guess he knows very well. That's right.
What did I do?
What else is on the schedule for Empire fans that they can expect the next 8 days from kickoff now? That's going to be the biggest news we're likely going to get for the season coming up, or maybe not.
I mean, Inside the Wall is going to be pissed right now that we got that while we were live on air. They got to be pissed. We're sitting here on the Tech East Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, Godzilla YouTube, live at Hooters on a Good Friday, and arguably the biggest news in the NAL since we won the championship in our first year in the NAL.
Yeah, and those guys are scheduled to join us. A little crossover episode on Saturday for the pregame show, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. Unite MVP Arena.
We'll see. I might.
There you go. Scheduled for you to be there for an hour. I think I have a few things taped for the pregame and see where your life takes you after that. So
that's you talk about breaking news in the world of indoor football. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Tomorrow you talk about what we're doing. We're very thrilled. We've been invited to go to the Albany Firewolves game, halftime, coach, myself, our roster. So final cuts will be made before we go out there. So you'll see our 25, 26-man roster, depending upon who makes the team, who doesn't. You'll be able to see us walk out on the field together. And it's going to be very cool. And I was talking to George Menas of the Firewolves earlier today. They're blowing up our tunnel. They're introducing us as our Empresses are going to be out there.
Whoa!
Yeah,
right.
so they're doing it right. They're taking good care of us. And while we're there, so if you get tickets to the Firewolves game, we're going to be giving away tickets to the Empire game, our home opener. So and then obviously that we're like, hey, look, if we're going to give tickets away at your game, you got to give tickets away at our game. So technically, if you bought tickets to tomorrow night's Firewolves game, you get 3 games for the price of 1.
Whoa. All right. You don't have to sell me any more on that. That's great.
So we're going to have a table set up in the concourse during the game. You come up to us, hey, I really want to go to the game. Boom, we peel you off a voucher, you go get your tickets. Then at our game on the 23rd, the home opener, you come up to their table, hey, I really want to go to the Firewolves game. Boom, they peel you off a voucher, you go to their game. This is what we do. This is what we do around here.
One more, just because we got to comment on social media. I'll let you do that while you're doing that. Get ready, Empire, Firewolves, MVP Arena, awesome stuff. And look at this. Hey, Coach is going to stop by and say what's up. There he is for our audio audience. Coach Menas putting on the headphones right now.
I like the red. We were talking about the red earlier today. He's like a matador. He's ready. He's ready to go. He's fired up and ready to go. Coach, I know I'm going to talk in if statements, okay? Because obviously we're big fans of Mason Espinosa. If it's true and he's not going to play this year, what does that mean for the NAL?
Well, you lose a great player for sure. Someone who's been instrumental in some great games and championships for that matter. But the NAL goes on. It's an opportunity for others to step up and do what they do.
Absolutely. All right. So where are we as of today? Because I know you were super busy. We practiced offsite because the arena is moving around.
Right.
How do we look? What do you think of this roster you've got in front of you this year?
Realistically, okay, if I say one thing, we sound like egotistical maniacs. If I say another thing, I'm not being honest. So I'm gonna go with egotistical maniac. Say we got the best roster in the league.
I love it.
I really do. I believe that, and if that rumor's true, it even got better. so yeah, it's good.
Guys, I'm sorry, I got somebody real
No,
quick.
it's
Guys
okay.
is like, well, they're gonna have to make a trade. And I pointed out, I go, I think there's one team in the NAL right now that has 2 A+ talent quarterbacks on their roster. And you're sitting at the table with their head coach because it's Mike Faithful and Sam Castronova. Like I don't even know another quarterback out there that you could pick up that could make a difference. And I'm not gonna speak for you. You do the roster.
Right.
I would imagine you're not going to make that easy.
No, and we're not letting any of our guys go. Not that they would ever call and ask, I don't think. But it's one of those things right now where with our 2 quarterbacks, with Mike and Sam, I think we're going to show some things this year in the NAL that probably haven't been seen ever before, where they're going to both participate in every game at a high level. So it's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be pretty fun to watch. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we had a great competitive practice today where offense went against defense. I'm the defense coordinator this year, and Coach Ware and I were very competitive guys, and we had a blast. And defense won, I might add, by the way, today.
Is that the last time you guys are going to be able to do something like that? It's almost the end of camp and you're into season prep game week, if we want to call that, flipped over to next week. Does the whole layout of how the season changes starting when? Sunday, Monday?
Well, you know what? It is really difficult to get guys ready to play at a super high speed and a high level and then go half speed all the time till you get there. So you can't put your foot off the gas too soon. So what we do is we condense the practices into more game realistic stuff rather than drill work as we get down into it. So today, normally we'd have a lengthy stretching and then an indie period and then skelly and then some other things. And today we went stretch, 5-minute indie, and we went right into team. So we were able to get on and off the field in an hour and a half today. And but played probably 2 quarters of football in that time frame. So they were whacking each other pretty good today. It was fun to watch.
It's a really good Friday here at Hooters, and of course you can check us out at Techies Fire and Water Restoration's Facebook page, as well as Godzilla Media's YouTube. Coach Tom Menas with us, and Coach, I have noticed that like this. I was still doing the radio thing when you were doing camp last year, but I've noticed this year. You've had to kind of take your foot off the gas. These guys are ready to thump each other pretty good. They want after it.
Yeah. Well, last year we had signed Magruder, and the first practice he almost took out Prince and Tommy Grady in the first practice. So we use that as a little lesson in how pros practice. So we talk about going 100% footwork, 75% fit, and then really about a mild 10% contact after fit. It's kind of hard to get these guys to stay in that lane sometimes. So every once in a while, you got to take the collars off and say, yeah, go play. We're 100%. And actually, I think that's a safer way of playing because then guys are more protective in a way of not hurting each other. So, we've been going pretty hard. We'll start backing it off probably by Wednesday of next week. And then Thursday and Friday will be fairly remedial, light stuff. And then Saturday, we're going to kick the shit out of the Cobras.
That's right. There you go. I'll take heat for this question. That's okay. I asked quarterback Mike Faithful this question during media day. You've coached Tommy Grady. You've coached a lot of different quarterbacks in your career. But the expectations for this Empire team, because of the success, puts pressure on everybody, the coaching staff, the defensive players. And I feel like whether it be fair or unfair, in particular, Mike Faithful for this season, because of the play of the quarterback position, do you feel like there's been any added pressure on Mike for game one, drive one, half one?
I'll tell you how Mike was today. Mike went in and he performed great at practice. Sam performed really good at practice. They battle every day, those two. The interesting part is, I'll tell you how nervous Mike was about taking Tommy Grady's place. He has a tea time at 3:40 today at Saratoga Country. Yeah, I don't think he's real concerned. Living in the shadow of Tommy, you know.
When he throws 5 touchdowns in the first half, you can point into the halftime interview and say, "Goz, how's that pressure up there?" And put up to the broadcast booth and mock it when Levack asks you those questions. You can ask about that type of pressure.
No, and I don't think he's trying to outdo what Tommy did or accomplished. I think what he's trying to do is create his own legacy.
He's comfortable in his own skin.
Very much so.
Yeah, because the first practice I got a chance to actually spend some time and watch.
Right.
And I like watching you run practice because it's rare. I like when you get as mad at somebody else as I can make you get mad at me. It's rare. It doesn't happen often, but I like because it's like guys, I'm telling you, coach will come at it. It's like a caring dad. It's like hey, don't be stupid. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Rawr. And then it's okay. We good? You guys learn? Let's go. But they did wind sprints with these guys. They made them run all the way up and down the field. They're running on the 5 yards. I told this story before, but it amazed me to watch the big fellas. Obviously, they're going to finish last. You got the rabbits and the receivers and everything. Right. You got the quarterbacks who are in great shape. And the big fellas, even though they're in great shape, we carry more. Our quarterbacks came back and ran with them. Faithful came back and ran with them. Casanova came back and ran with them. Darius Prince came back, and all these guys came back and ran with them. These quarterbacks do not care about anything except for what's happening with their guys, with their team, and their tea times. That, and
they know where their bread's buttered.
It's true.
So you don't take care of the linemen.
I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you. All the time. I'm like,
you don't have to worry about legacy.
Wow, that was so nice of them. And you're over here like, yeah, but also, you want to go ahead and make sure that fence works.
Yeah, right, exactly. The good thing about linemen is, obviously we're playing Iron Man football, and I'm watching these other rosters and I'm seeing the guys that they have, and you'll see some teams and they'll have like 3 linemen or 4 linemen. And I'm like, I've done this before. That math don't work, right? We have 8, and we're going to dress 8. So we're going to do things differently this year. I really believe that it's going to be so much more fun to watch because these guys are truly playing gladiator ball. I mean, to do that, if you're a fan, I hope they appreciate what these guys are putting their bodies through to do this.
We were on, we guest spotted on a certain podcast. You've been on it before. All they do is talk about what sports happen inside walls, we'll say.
Yeah.
And it sounds like other coaches in our league think you've built the roster the wrong way.
Oh, I love that.
I was like, so I asked them, I go, guys, how many of those guys have coached Iron Man? They're like, well, no, just Coach Menas. Oh, okay.
Well, it's funny. I heard Coach Gibson on a podcast the other day, and a lot of what I had said before he says, and I think some of the coaches truly embrace this, but I also think some don't.
Yeah.
And they're going to just be stubborn and do it their way.
When I hear you describe how you're going to do this, I glaze over. Because it makes sense, but it's so detailed and intricate that if you never did it before, like the first time you ever drove a car, it's overwhelming. The foot's got to go here, and this has got to go this, and 10 and 2, and whatever. Like when you describe it, it's the first time you drove a car. So I would imagine anybody who's never done it before, I'll be very curious to see how different people play the week after they play us.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to sound arrogant.
Here's the thing about that. A lot of people think that you can mimic what we're going to do, and I don't want to really get into how we're going to do it, obviously.
No, please don't.
But you can't because you don't have our roster.
Right.
So while you guys all thought I recruited wrong, you should have recruited the way I recruited, right? And again, it's not me. It's the talent of these players, right? They just want to come here. The one common denominator out of all these players is they want to come here not only to win a ring and a championship, but they want to play in the capital region and have this fan base behind them. So,
Coach, tell me you're going to kick the shit out of people again.
Do what?
Tell everybody you're going to kick the shit out of people again. Okay. Say it.
So we can hit the buzzer.
We're going to kick the shit out of people again. He made me do that.
Oh yeah, don't worry. They all heard it. That's right.
This man wants to eat. Do you have any more questions for him?
I was going to ask him a bunch of questions about Darius Prince. We'll get that for the rest of the week. We'll use that for another
No,
time.
'cause this is the last time you're talking to me.
That's
until
exactly
game
right.
day.
He knows.
But why do you think we set up the podcast in our office right outside
That's
your
right.
door? It's the only
Is that when it is this week?
That's right.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Prince playing? What's Darius do? That'll be the next 8 days for you, Coach.
Well,
so
Darius
we'll do
is
that
here.
later.
You want to
Yeah.
talk to him?
We'll just grab him at some point.
yeah.
He'll think he'll play every position, or he'll come over. Yeah, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, whatever he wants. Believe me, he wants to come over here.
Yeah. He came over originally. He was talking to me. I was like, here, take these. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go eat first.
I'll get him.
Yeah. Well, no rush, but go eat, have fun.
Yeah.
You deserve
Thanks,
it. You guys worked hard today.
Appreciate ya.
Coach, always good to see you.
Thanks,
There he goes,
guys.
Coach Tom
Thanks,
Menas.
guys.
I'll see you. I'll see you in a little bit after this. We'll have one beer, and then we'll get ready for lacrosse tomorrow. Just one. There he is. I love that we were reminiscing about the first time he came on the radio show, and he's like, I want people to look at this and go, oh shit, and I had to dump it. Now it's like, I can say it. Aha. Because there's a part of him that's hoping he was going to fluster me by saying it, and it's like you didn't fluster me when I had a dump button. You're not going to fluster me when I can say whatever I want. I still do.
That's good. It's
I
the
can't help
habit. 20
myself.
years, Levack. That's right.
I can't help myself.
Liz, we don't even have to even wait. We're
Oh,
going back to back, belly to belly, like John Sterling says.
There he is, Darius Prince, the reigning and defending Offensive Player of the Year for the National Arena League. How you been, DP? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. Everything's going good. What's going on, guys?
He was mean to me today, guys. He was teasing me.
No.
I have a wagon that I carry things around in, and he was picking on my wagon. It was.
What is your version of the story, Darius?
We're going to keep that in-house. Hey, this is my guy, man. I love him to death, man. We're going to keep that story in-house.
All right, fair enough.
Off the camera.
True story. One of my favorite people. I'm glad he's back in the
This is my
Cavalry.
guy,
Where he belongs.
man.
So you're 8 days away. We just asked Coach about how things start to change from a coaching staff, how practices change. How about you prepping for a game a week away? Are you just taking care of your body a little bit more? Are you backing off in drills? Still 100%?
Oh, no. Obviously, I believe in you practice the way you play. So, I'm going to go full tilt. Just getting ready for Carolina, watching film, picking up on the tendencies that they do. We know they got a new coach over there. They got Coach Fuller over there. So watching how he's going to call the defense or the offense, we really don't know which side of the ball he's on right now between him and Coach Rez. So, just watching film and getting prepared, man, for April 23rd.
We were talking a week ago at Media Day about film and building chemistry. From when we talked a week ago till now, you've had more practices, more film, more routes, more catches. The chemistry between you and Mike Faithful, how has it built over the last 7 days?
Oh, man, it's going great, man. After every play, we're talking and communicating with each other, making sure we're on the same sync, we're on the same thing. So everything's going well between me and Mike, and I'm looking forward, man. I'm just looking forward to the season, man. I'm looking for the great fans of Albany to pack the house, man. Come on to April 23rd, man. Let's get this show rocking.
Can't wait. Darius Prince with us, the GOAT, the beige god, if you will.
That might be for you and I now.
Yeah, that is definitely for you guys.
Yeah, Mike Corda making sure the show's better. So you and I, we talked about this before. You always said you could D up anybody.
Yes.
And I thought you were, I'm quite honestly, full of shit. Because you're a phenomenal receiver. It took 2 seconds to watch the way you were being used with the soul to realize you were being underused. And then 2 more seconds to realize when you got to the Empire, you'd be used the right way and you were able to show your talent. You're actually very good at defense.
I appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah, man. Like I said before, I actually started playing defense in high school. Like I started defensive back. I really wasn't even a starting receiver. I think I was the 3rd or 4th receiver my senior year on the depth chart, but I started DB.
Right.
So, just as the years went on, I started making more plays with the ball. And, we just went from there, and I just became, receiver just became my thing. And then as I got into the pro career, I just took off and ran with it.
It's the rumor, Levack. So there's this too. Like, I think on Saturday there's a group of people, and I think you're starting to see it build a little bit on social media, that believes he's going to play receiver. There's another group of people that think he's going to play defense. Now there's another group of people. Oh yeah, I see Mike over there doing his thing with the fanny pack. That's right. That thinks you're going to play both.
I can't take him serious.
I think we're just going to keep it a secret. How about we do that for Saturday? Whether
Yes.
we see you on one side of the ball, both sides of the ball.
We're
Nice
just
cheers.
to the Empire.
Like Darius answering that question, he's going to hear for the next 8 days. There
No, that's my no.
Oh, this is yours? You want to switch?
There you go.
I'll switch. I'm all right. I'm proud.
Come to Hooters.
Woo! What do you think of that? What do you think of that whole gladiator thing we got going on now?
I like that.
That's
I like that.
That's going to be every time we're on defense. Oh, here we go.
Look at that,
This is me.
Levack. I thought I was the fanny pack.
I feel like an offensive player of the year.
And they're all getting a chance to rock the Darius Prince fanny pack, man. Sponsored by Nike.
I just want to go catch a touchdown. Like right now, Australians call them bum bags instead of fanny packs.
They're called bum bags.
Bum
In
bags.
Australia.
Yeah, in Australia.
I've never been there before, so yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't know that.
let me get this back to you. 'Cause you can wear it.
Well,
I can't.
Well, I put it over there so no one sees it, but
Darius,
of course, Mike had to bring it on.
Right.
One of our sponsors, Lily and David Fine Jewelers, out in Wilton, New York, actually got me a personal fanny pack. So if you're looking for your own fanny pack, Lily and David,
Hey,
make the
Eli.
connection
hey,
happen
let's
right
make
here.
it happen. Let's
Oh, they
make it
actually
happen. I
go.
love my fanny pack, man. Like I mean, it comes in handy, dude. I ain't got to stuff in my pocket. I carry my charger, everything. I'm good.
I don't understand it though, because again, like you wear it more like a sling.
Yeah.
And I don't even notice it. Like I don't even notice
It just blends in.
Right. But if Goz put one on again, I'd be like, yo, nerd.
Yeah,
Stop it. Like
that's right.
where are the white New Balance sneakers? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? But like you do it, I don't even notice that at the time. That's why like when Mike had it on, I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
Well, again, on Mike, it doesn't look normal either. Like we big dudes, it looked like a string on a ham. Like it was just like it was starting to cut off circulation to his head. It was a problem.
Like I said, man, it just comes in handy. You can put a couple items in there that you need, and you just unzipper it, reach in, grab it, use it, put it back in, and you're good.
I'm just imagining now, like he scores his first touchdown. There's a fan with a fanny pack, and Darius goes in the crowd, and that's like his new celebration. Fanny packs on the
man.
field.
We get him like one the size of the football, and instead of handing it out, now he puts it inside the fanny pack.
This is on the promotion team. Fanny pack giveaway. Darius Prince's number
He
on
signs it and then
That's
hands
right.
it to someone.
I like all this stuff. Get it over to Jamie for promotions. I like it.
good, man.
Difference
Sounds good.
between this roster and because last year everything came together so fast. This year it still feels like it came together fast, but what do you like differences are you seeing this team to last year's team?
Obviously, I think just the fact that the Ironman rules. We got a lot of guys at camp that could go both ways. Last year we didn't see that because we're used to guys just being one-dimensional and just going one way. So, like I said, with this year you're seeing guys that can actually play both sides of the ball. You can see guys that can play offense and defense. And I just feel like we're just ready to go, man. I'm hyped up. I'm excited. I'm ready to get ready for April 23rd and just put on a show for the fans of here in Albany.
All right, I need to paint a picture for you, and you got to tell me the perfect result for Darius Prince.
Okay.
It's August 13th. It's the MVP arena. The Albany Empire need a touchdown to win the championship.
Okay.
Darius Prince catches the ball. He gets in the end zone. It's a touchdown. We win the game. Dream scenario for you, is that on offense or is that on defense?
I would have to say it would be on defense. I would go with defense, man. I'm just I've been proving people wrong my whole career. Guys, people doubted me my whole career. I was doing concrete and landscaping work. I worked at Foot Locker, and when I got into football, I had people tell me that I couldn't do it. So I had the chip stacked against me ever since I got into my pro career in 2016. So now that I mastered the offensive side of the ball and I've scored touchdowns with 2 seconds left in the game before, in the championship game, how else would you want to go out besides scoring on defense when people think you can't play it?
And then, so you interception,
Yes.
pick six,
Yes.
and then run until you find your best friend in the world, Jeff Levack.
Yes. Look,
Yes.
I'm there with you.
Yes.
Look,
Let's go.
I'm there with you, baby.
Let's go.
I'm there with you. That
I
is the
get the
game
ball.
ball for you.
And then I hold it, I rock it like a baby. And then, oh man, dude, so happy you're back. So happy you're home where you belong.
Man. Look, man, we came in here last year. The guys here, man, the coaching staff, the front office, they put a team together in 2 weeks, man, and we made it happen. So now with 7 months, with a chance to put a team together, I know we're gonna come in here, man. We're gonna do what we need to do, man. And hopefully at the end of the season, when August comes, we're playing in the championship game again in front of the best fans here in Albany, and we're taking care of business.
Sorry, I missed one. That was my fault. Hollis is here now.
Yes.
You guys played together in Philly. Now he's here.
Yes.
Has he? Do you guys talk about it? Like how much better it is to have that MVP arena used to be Times Union Center fan base on your side instead of us
Oh
chirping at you?
yeah. I met
I
a
used
guy.
to say terrible things to you. I used to say
Oh, dude.
like
I
when
was
you would
standing
get in the
next
end
to you.
zone.
I'm standing next to you.
I met a guy outside the locker room today, and he was like, "Darius Prince," and he's shaking my hand. He's like, "You don't remember me, but I used to heckle you so much when you were in Philly." And I'm like, "Dude, trust me, I know."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, trust me, I know. Like, the
I would
fan
make
base
sure
was crazy here.
I would get on the wall during warm-ups, and because you would run right on the sideline, and I would just like I had no idea what you looked like because you always had your helmet on. I had no like you could have come up to me after the game and be like, "Yeah, that Darius Prince is an asshole." I'd be like, "Yeah," but like. I was just like, because again, I liked watching you play, so I was always like, "You're the wrong team." This, that, and the other. I would talk so much, and I can't even say some of the things I would say to you.
Right.
And then like the very first day of practice last year that I actually got to go hang out, I saw you run by. I go, "At least you're in the right uniform." And you kind of.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that when the first practice of the year, you guys rolled out the turf field and you still had the confetti on the ground from 2019. We're still on the field, and Tommy Grady's like, "Hey, Prince," and you guys still had the dasher boards up, and it said Arena Bowl 32, Albany Empire versus Philadelphia. And he's like, "Hey, you remember this?" And he's pointing at the dasher board.
So,
I'm just like, "Oh man."
I wasn't gonna tell you right away, but you see we have the schedule sign behind us.
Okay.
So that sign used to be one of the Arena Bowl signs. I have the Arena Bowl 32 sign in the truck. If you want one,
No, dude. Get that. No, thank you.
I hope I'm going. I'm either the only reason I don't want you to win Offensive Player of the Year back to back is I want you to get MVP this year.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm hoping for you. That's my wish for you.
I mean, you know, like I said before, man, the individual accolades that's going to come with the game. You know, if your number's called and you make plays, it's going to come. But at the end of the day, as long as we putting that trophy in the air, man, that's all I really care about. You know, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. Yeah, that's nice and cool.
He says that now. He wants it.
I'm being serious, man. To go to battle with 21 guys every game, you know, leave it out there, and for it to pay off, week 14, holding the championship trophy in the air, man. There's no individual accolade can outweigh that.
All right,
you know, it just can't.
Before we let you go enjoy yourself, so I designed the championship ring, and I was part of designing the uniform. You got way more style than I do. How'd I do?
You did a really good job.
Right?
I like it a lot.
Right?
I like it a lot. I didn't know you designed it, but no, you did a really good job. I'm impressed.
The
you got a
uniform,
little swag to you, man.
All right, look at that.
You got a little swag, just a little bit. I can't give him too much credit because we're on camera. I can't give him too much credit. So don't use it against me.
That's right.
Because we cut from the same cloth when it comes to that stuff. Uh-oh.
You know, we have Dwayne Hollis here.
Yeah. You want to speak? All right, we'll bring him over.
Let's bring
Dwayne
him
Hollis.
on over here. Bring my guy, man. The man, the myth, the legend, Dwayne Hollis, man. Let's get him in here, man. Yeah. What was it? 2016?
2017?
We got Dwayne. Can I introduce him?
Yes, please.
Coming in, guys. We got Dwayne Hollis, 2017 Defensive Player of the Year in the AFL, man. We got Dwayne Hollis coming in right now.
He locked down the AFL so hard it ain't even the AFL anymore. That's how hard Hollis locked down the AFL so hard they had to leave. They had to leave. What's up, man? It's good to see you. Here, let me get this down here on you because you want. Let me hold on. This is you. People bring over report. Dwayne's trying to eat his damn dinner.
Look at him.
Everybody, he's trying to eat his dinner. Nobody even gives him a napkin to come over.
Nobody.
There you go. I got you.
I can't believe it.
How are you, man? Like it's welcome to the Cap region. Thank you for not giving us fits anymore. Like all right, you two in Philadelphia.
Yes.
I said way worse things to him because he just seemed more arrogant than you because I was the hype guy for the team.
Okay.
For the Empire.
Yeah.
But like every time I would watch you run on the defense, I'd be like, it's a podcast. I can say, I'm like, motherfucker. you got to take some joy knowing that people just hate watching you back up against their number one receiver.
I actually love it. Especially going into away crowds. It's just a different energy. Like I'm not like, I guess we'll say a LeBron where, you're trying to get fans kicked out. I actually enjoy it. It kind of motivates me. Actually, like I have motivation the whole game. Like you suck, so I come make a play. Now I come to you, and
that happened. I remember that in the end zone. I do remember that in the end zone. I think it was like a long pick six back in like 18, I was talking smack because I had the mic. I had to. It was my job. It was my job. I was just doing my job.
Oh,
And-
I respect it.
And then you came back and I think you pointed at me with the ball. It was one of those ones. It's like, yeah, well, I lost. But all right. So you love having the crowds be against you. Albany's got to be one of the most vicious crowds.
Oh man, great crowd, great energy. Even in warm, like when you're introducing each other, I'm more like I'm warming up. Like, yeah, F you. I'm like, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
But what's it gonna be like having us on your side now, though?
Oh, that's amazing. Like, I'm like, dang, that's on my side, so they got to deal with that. I'm like, wow. So that's a great, like, honestly, that's a great like momentum changer. Like, you make a play, whole crowd, now the offense is on another level. Now your defense is on another level. Like you're just feeling yourself. You know, it's like a rhythm thing.
By the way, we've just went live on the Albany Empire Twitter. Coach Menas didn't get that treatment. Darius Prince didn't get that treatment. Dwayne
First
Hollis
time on the
gets
show.
that
You
treatment.
get that.
That's
You
right.
get that.
We hook up on social media, and he does his thing on here now. I've asked Darius this question. I got to ask you that same question because it's the fun about 8 days away from kickoff that every athlete, every player does something different, how they get ready, how you get pumped up. How are you feeling? Like you have a little bit of a routine, something you get ready for before game one that's different than anything else in the season?
So I'm more of that loose guy. Like I don't really, game day. I'm more dancing, and I'm not as serious. I'm like because like honestly, at the end of the day, I've been playing this game for like 20 years. Like so, it's like
Wait, how old are you?
actually over 20 years.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
No, look, I don't believe
I'm
you.
32.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Honestly, I'm 32, and like it's like I'm having fun. I'm enjoying the game. Like when we get started, I'm ready to. I'm ultimate competitor. Like so, once we get on that field, we're gonna compete. But like this is fun. This is I grew up doing this. Like when I was in first grade, and they asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up. I was like, I want to play professional football, and now I get to play professional football. So I'm gonna take it serious, but I'm gonna have fun at the same time.
I love that answer, especially being a broadcaster for your guys' games, is that some of the younger guys, the rookies, and it's no disrespect to them, but they're so focused on what's happening on the field. They're forgetting they're having fun. They're forgetting they can show off their swag, their style, their personality. It seems like now that you've developed your career, like, guys, this is just as much a part of it than it is making your play. Like, let people know who you are when you're out there doing your thing.
Right. So, like, I make an interception. I'm going to the middle of the field. I'm going to dance. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to get the crowd going. Depending on what ball it is, I might throw it in the crowd. Like, if it's my first interception, I might got to keep it, honestly.
Well, but everybody's asking guys like Darius, what's it like to go from offense to defense? Are you excited to play a little offense?
So, actually, coming out of college, I actually played in Helsinki, Finland, and I was actually a receiver.
So you got the history, because that's the rub, the mean thing they say to defensive backs. If he could catch, he'd be a wide receiver.
I got hands. I got hands. You throw it up there, I'm catching it. I have the same mindset as a receiver.
Helsinki Roosters. I just looked it up.
Yes.
Do you still have Helsinki Rooster gear somewhere?
I actually do. It's at my mom. I let my mom keep all that. Like
it's kind of sick.
My
it's
mom
an angry looking rooster. I'll tell you that right now.
Put that on eBay, man. Get that for game worn stuff.
That's mom dudes. My mom. You know how moms are. Like, yeah, this is my son. Oh my gosh, I'm proud of him. Like, I'm like, I did it. I can look it up if I need to for reference. That's moms.
So I asked Darius, and it's August 13th. It's a dream scenario, right? August 13th, NAL championship game, MVP arena. When Hollis catches the game-winning touchdown, is it on offense or defense in a dream scenario?
Oh, defense.
All right, there you go. He said the same thing. He wanted to be you.
Defense. No, 100% sure. Because, like, the stakes are high. I want to be in my own element. Like, I ain't catching a touchdown. Just think about it. you think I'm going to be catching the touchdown or Darius Prince is going to be catching the touchdown? Like, just really think about it.
There's a decent chance he's going to say something to piss off Faithful or Casanova. You might
you
get
think
the ball.
I'm going to be in motion or he's going to be in motion?
That's fair.
100%. Like, he's going to be in motion. like, and I have complete trust in this guy. Like, it's so funny. Like, I have a story.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, here we go.
This is the place to
Have
do
a
it.
story.
Yeah.
All right, so he wasn't with us at the beginning of 2017.
Okay.
So he came. I remember this, not even vividly. You know how people, I remember this vividly. No, I remember this wholeheartedly. So he came in. We had 2 days. Like 2 days, you don't make the team. It's like basically you're a practice player. Like boom.
Okay.
So he comes in. He's catching the ball. He's making plays. Our coach comes into like the DB meeting. Like, hey, look, y'all about to make him make the team. It was like, yeah, coach. I mean, he's a good player. Like, he's a good player. Like,
Right.
whatever. So he ended up making the team. Like, he ended up like, football is more of a like, it's a situational thing. Like, you can be the best you can be, but if they already have if your position is already occupied, and then it is what it is. Like, I've been in them positions. Like, it is what it is. Like,
You guys, so it sounds like there's an actual like respect and like between you and Darius.
oh, that's my guy.
All right.
Oh, that's my guy.
I'm just saying he chirps a lot in practice, so I can only imagine what he was back in Philly.
Yeah. So me in my younger days, I used to talk crazy.
Okay.
Like crazy. But now, like, I'm very competitive, but I'm more at the more appreciation of the game. Like,
Right.
So he make a play. I'm like, good play. But I'm not trying to let him make no plays.
My man.
Like,
My man. No,
I'm
wait,
not-
that's getting one of these. That's Cam. Cam's always here to help. I will. Wait. Go eat. Go have
do
fun,
your
man.
thing,
Thank you
man.
for coming over here and talking to us. We're gonna do this again because
Okay.
we're gonna do this from game days and stuff like that.
yeah.
This is the only way they get me to keep the job is let me keep talking smack. So I'm in, man. But thank you for coming to
I
Albany.
appreciate
Thanks for being a
y'all.
part of
Thank y'all
this.
for having
I'm a
me.
fist bump because I know you
Yeah.
didn't. No, I'm the first one to give you a napkin.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, man. And go eat. Go have fun, man.
Appreciate
we'll get you.
y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate you too, dude. Like two of the best players that in the game. Both were on Soul. Now both are on the Empire.
Come by the Hooters, Wolf Road,
Yeah.
Empire hangout tonight.
I got a couple
Players,
tickets for
coaches, all that. And look at this.
you. I brought some tickets.
some home opener
I brought
tickets
some
right
tickets.
now.
My
We're
friends
up,
at Hooters.
whether Levack or Jamie or Matt Woods knew, right when he sat down in Hollis. All right, we're getting you up on Twitter. We got to make sure we get the Empire fans
Yeah.
love who are missing out on this. And I got to give love to Lily and David Fine Jewelers.
Yes.
The Darius Prince interview. We're talking about the fanny pack. Levack, you and I have got to work with
Hold
Alyssa.
on. When you
David,
say
go ahead.
Lily and David Fine Jewelers, and you talk about Alyssa, are you talking about the people who will hopefully be sizing us for rings this year?
You and her can figure that out. I know for engagement rings, wedding bands, anniversaries, holidays, birthdays, all that stuff, you're looking for something for her. Lily and David Fine Jewelers is the place. If you're in Albany,
What about him? They got watches.
good. Him too as
Yeah.
well. Yes, whatever you're looking for. They got the selection right there at their new spot off Shops of Wilton, Route 50. Shops of Wilton. I was fortunate enough to stop in there and
Okay.
check out all the good stuff and make sure what's going on. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh God, it's Easter. My wife's birthday was Tuesday. She doesn't. All right, I already gave her a gift, but our anniversary is coming up. That all just went through my mind thinking about Lily and David Fine Jewelers mid talk about that great business. Listen, David, the whole crew.
Wait a minute,
That's how
wait
it
a
goes
minute.
off like
I don't
June 23rd, June 23rd.
I don't think
2
people
months away,
realize-
2 months away.
I don't think people realize what Alyssa and Lily and David have done for you. So, like, Goz does not register that his wife's birthday just happened or that he should do something nice for her for Easter. Starts talking about Lily and David, goes back to whatever lesson Alyssa taught him, and goes, oh crap, I better do something.
It's like a machine's buzzer
Right,
battery just
right.
went off while I was talking about it. Lily and David Fine Jewelers, find the best gift for her or him, whatever it might be, at the
Right.
new spot,
Find their
Route
watch.
50, Shops of Wilton. We stop in, heard about Goz's story, heard about Levack, heard about the Albany Empire, and all the great things at Lily and David Fine Jewelers.
Yeah, love Lily and David. Love the idea of Alyssa and the crew being the ones who hopefully, again, you get ahead of yourself a little bit when you hear news like the potential that Mason Espinosa is not going to play this year, and then you're talking to Darius Prince, and you're talking Coach Menas and Dwayne Hollis, and you're having a blast. I would love if, like, on exit interview day, if sitting at the table is Alyssa for all my guys going, all right, come here, let me figure it. Because, like, I think if she saw Mike Corda's finger she'd be like, yeah, can we get a garter? Can we get like a hip garter? Like he does not have a human hand. It's not right. Like I've got a gigantic ring. Like mine almost fits inside of mine. Like, it's not right. And like of all the players, Brandon Cisse, everybody we had, Sean Lockett was on the team last year. He's playing for the Mass Pirates this year. Mike had the largest ring size of everybody on the team.
It's like a mix between Fridge Perry, Andre the Giant, something like that. Yeah.
Like if he ever bowled, you'd have to drill the hole so big for his fingers the ball wouldn't have any weight to it. It would just be like, it would be absurd.
Glad he can't hear us because he just signed our paychecks.
I don't care. What's he gonna do to me? What's he gonna do? He's stuck with me. We've been friends way too long. There's nothing he can do to me anymore. How about this? How about 13 days to the NFL draft?
Yeah. Jet fan. I've been thinking about you, Jet fan. I didn't forget about you.
I've been thinking about you, Jet fan.
I'm now
In
convinced
just a jersey.
the New York Jets will take at least one wide receiver in the first round within the top 10 picks. I got a new strategy.
You have to.
Yes, and I think it's
in this year's draft, if you have 2 picks in the first round and you don't, you legitimately, you better get 2 of 3 players: a wide receiver, an impact wide receiver, 1 or 2 at worst, an interior offensive lineman, or an edge rusher.
Yeah, 3 for 3. The exact 3 I was thinking. And you know
don't
what?
pick a quarterback. You're stupid.
It goes back to the draft for the Giants the year they had 2 picks in the top 20. And Daniel Jones was the first of those 2 picks, and everybody's brains exploded. Like, oh my God, I am taking Daniel Jones. Okay, the idea, not talking about the evaluation of Daniel Jones, but just talking about why it was done there. The thing was, Dave Gettleman and the Giants wanted Daniel Jones. If the player was on the board that you wanted, take him. So if you're a New York Jet fan, here's the worst case scenario. You know what? Worst case scenario, we're going to get Drake London from USC at 10, Wilson from Ohio State at 10, Olave, it doesn't matter. Okay, a wide receiver we really like,
Right.
we're going to get a 10. Okay, what if they go 7 and 8? You could have got him at 4. So that's the problem here with the Jets. If you are desperately in need of a wide receiver, you have the chance to get him at 4. So I'm feeling more and more likely, like you mentioned, pass rusher and interior lineman.
Here, Kim.
You
Kim,
might be able to get those,
give those
a little bit
away.
later on.
Give those away.
Look at that.
Cam, that's my helper.
Thank
Cam's
you,
my
Cam.
guy. Cam's my guy.
So if you're a Jet
That's the
fan,
people. That's the players. They
No.
got tickets. All right, appreciate
thank you, Cam.
it.
That's why I'm more convinced they're going to take a wide receiver at 4, whoever that might be, whether it be London, whether it be Wilson. Somebody's going to the Jets at 4 because they don't want to miss out on their guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the. He's like, I got this. I got you. Here's the problem with that, right? The Jets have a lot of needs still, right? Even the positions that you would be like, okay, you're okay at linebacker, or you're okay at this, whatever. You're not good. Like, what are the Jets good at? Interior defense line, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like there are times that you get like the Giants. I think the Giants can actually draft need because there's a couple positions where whether they're good enough or not, they think they are. Like Daniel Jones, they think they're good enough with Daniel Jones. They've got enough assets at wide receiver that maybe you let that slide to the second pick, whatever. The Jets, I think the Jets are in a position where you take best available. And it does not matter what position they are, as long as they're either a wide receiver, interior offensive line, or an edge rusher.
Yes.
Whichever one's there, you have 3 people at all those positions each time. All right. So the first time we go through, 4th. All right. We took Thibodeau slid to us, or Hutchins slid to whoever.
Yeah.
Boom. Edge rushers off the list. There we go. Especially when you look at what Big Game Bob Salah's
There he is.
defense have always looked like when he has a premier edge rusher. So the next one now, it's all right. Is there a great lineman or is there a great wide receiver? Either one, I go with. They're not. Sorry, Jets fan. You're not good enough to go. Oh, I need a wide receiver, please. That's not. Yeah, what's up, brother? You're just not good enough. They got to take whoever the best player is.
And the Jets, at least how we felt this franchise moving 13 days away from draft day, is working at Robert Saleh's strength, working at Joe Douglas's strength. Some Jet fan might think, no, it's got to be about Zach Wilson. How can we make Zach Wilson better? The scary part is that because of injuries, because of COVID, because of changes, like Zach Wilson, at least to us, doesn't feel like the center conversation of this stuff. Yeah, of course you want to protect your franchise quarterback. Of course you want to get better. Let's have fun with this trade, all right? Let me toss a wild trade at you. What if this happened, okay? The Jets drafted like Drake London at 4, the wide receiver. And all of a sudden, they called up the Washington Commanders and said, we're going to give you the 10th pick for Chase Young and Zach Wilson. Or some crazy pick like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we'll go get a pass rusher. We'll get a wide receiver, but we'll get Chase Young, who's the best one. I don't think that will happen, but it feels like these
But how much do you
scenarios
believe in
there.
Chase Young right now?
I would take Chase Young over Zach Wilson. Like we did like Madden ratings, Chase Young is
Yeah.
better.
But that's not saying an awful lot. The undersized quarterback who may or may not be good based on the competition he faced, and his mother's a hassle. Like, it's not like,
Hassle or hot?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, listen,
right?
the hot crazy scale is definitely like it teeters. Like, like, I don't. Chase Young is Chase Young, Jadeveon Clowney. That's the problem. Because if I have to believe that if Big Game Bob Saleh wanted Jadeveon Clowney, he would have been wearing 49er gear a while ago. So, like, is he the kind of guy that he would take? Remember, Big Game Bob Saleh is the guy who's like climbing up railings so he can run stairs. If my head coach is working out harder than I am as the premier defensive edge they've got, something's wrong. So I don't know if they would do that, but I look at teams like the Saints. I think the Saints aren't done moving. They're not done doing stuff. Watch the Jets. Watch Douglas go ahead and like package that 4 or whatever, pick up all their first rounders, pick up a bunch of stuff, and just keep moving.
Yeah, I'm glad you're off the Saints because the Saints and the Jets feel like they're two teams who are trying to.
You don't have to give them away. You can. You're all right.
Super close to the vest of what they want to do because, look, so many times in the past, let's say like the Bengals, most recently, for an example, everyone knew going into the draft, the Bengals were all about offensive linemen. Like, Joe Burrow's our future.
Right.
We're going to draft offensive linemen. That's how we're going to do this. Andrew Luck, way back for the Colts days. All right, we're drafting tight ends. We're drafting linemen. Like, this is – Jets are like – you just said, give us the best players, and if Wilson's no longer our best option, we'll figure it out. Maybe that's the new future of the NFL.
Wilson gets this year to see if he grows.
Yeah.
And by grows, I mean like legitimately, like maybe put like paper in his shoes so he looks taller. And I'm not blown away by him, but you saw a couple flashes out there this year, even like in moments, but they were few and far between. He was as good as Trevor Lawrence this year.
How about this statement, right? Like Davis Mills was better than Trevor Lawrence.
Well, Davis Mills kind of put it together as the year went on.
It's pretty good. The neck.
He had that vantage point. He had that telescopic vantage point. Who would you rather have strictly based on last year's performance? Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence? You saw more of Trevor Lawrence, but Zach Wilson had just as many shiny moments.
Trevor Lawrence is still the answer, but the fact that I had to pause and think about it is an indictment of either Trevor Lawrence or Urban Meyer. Lawrence has been given a really big pass. Everyone's assuming, it's just Urban Meyer's fault. Yeah, one of the arguably 5 greatest college football coaches of all time. It's that guy who didn't know anything about football's fault. That's a little harder for me to swallow when we present it like that, but I would go Lawrence barely over that.
Almost, but is it fair to say that you're going Lawrence because his frame lets you believe he could take the beating of being in the NFL more than Zach Wilson's?
Yes.
If Zach Wilson was the same size as Lawrence, you'd have a way harder time with this.
And he was as productive in college. Like, he had Lawrence had a lot of success winning games and big games and all that
If Wilson was built like Russell Wilson, if Zach and Russell were built the same, that thick butt, I would probably go Zach. Because, again, he doesn't have that same spotlight on him, even though he was picked, right there. Trevor Lawrence is going to be better this year, I know. But
are you surprised that one of these guys is not going to be this guy is not going to be quarterback in another team, and that's Derek Carr? How about the extension for your Raiders, huh?
I love it. I love it. Here's the beauty of the Derek Carr extension right here. Levack and Goz, live from Hooters. It's a really good Friday. There's like beer specials or something, but more importantly, there's beautiful women, great food, and the Albany Empire, and a chance to get free Albany Empire tickets because, I'm the president and I printed them out before I left the office. Actually, Matt Woods did the work. I just took them. I hope he's not looking for them. So, by the way, everybody loves the Getting There with Goz with VP of the Empire, Matt Woods. He said his phone's been exploding.
Really?
He actually got asked to go to a Hobart mixer thing in downtown Albany last night.
That's true. Is that real?
That's real.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Where's my Wait a second. We'll get to Derek Carr in a second. Hang on a second. I have been in this market for 6 years. 6 years. You know how many Hobart mixers I've been invited to? None. Do you know how many I walked by at Saratoga thinking maybe I should go to this? A few. But you're telling me Matt Woods gets invited to what? One podcast. And he gets invited to a party? You ever been to a Hobart mixer? Those pinkies are up, Levack. They're up there high.
He was asked to speak.
to speak. I'm making a media company here. One interview. God.
But he is vice president of the Empire.
Where's my commission check, Woods? Huh? Where's that?
The beauty is like you would slap your own mother to speak at that thing. He was like, I will do anything possible to not speak at that.
I'm half joking, by the way. He has a very good interview, but how could he? No. I'm happy for him. I am really happy for you.
I realized like halfway through telling the story, it was going to go wrong. And I was like, I'm in too deep. I got to go.
Anyways, you and Mr. La-di-da, Matt Woods over there, Mr. High-fluent Hobart statesman, Matt
You're
Woods.
a Hobart statesman.
I'm a different statesman
You're both
now.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans.
We used to be.
You're
both
friends
at one point, I thought.
Hip Hobart guys.
Yeah, hanging by the lake in the boathouse.
I think the difference is that he was recruited by Yale. I think that's the difference. I think that's what made all the difference.
I think it was Yale and Dartmouth. I got recruited by Cornell, Matt Woods. I swear. I was at that camp 5 years earlier, but who cares? Anyways, we're talking about Derek Carr and me not complaining. But go ahead. See, you give me a compliment about the interview, and what do? Make it more about myself. It's like the podcast hit me the other day. I had to compliment myself there.
Yeah, that airs tomorrow.
That airs tomorrow, I think, in Canada. Thank you, Ryan McCarthy.
We did not. I will say this right now. What is it? No credentials required?
No credentials required. Go listen to it tomorrow, please. We're plugging that. Yes.
Goz and I did not plan it, but we both obviously went into it fully trying to make it as miserable as possible for Ryan McCarthy. like to the point where I'm usually a dick. Even Goz is a dick at points, and it's freaking hysterical. It's like a car accident. I can't wait for it to go up. I want to watch it again.
That first 3 minutes, if Ryan leaves it in, should go to the podcast 2022 Hall of Fame.
Right? Like Ryan goes, just a little behind the scenes. Ryan McCarthy goes, all right, I'm about to hit record. Goz goes, well, I'm about to fart. And Goz lets a fart go. And we're all in different locations. That is so loud that like it's picked up by the microphone, and we're all like, oh, damn. And I'm like, please tell me you got that. He's like, I didn't hit it yet. I'm like, so now the whole time I'm damn near crapping myself trying to rebuttal.
No credentials required. For our audio audience, go download it right now. It's up right now while the time you're listening. Yes.
About 3 minutes in, I'm like, I would prefer to be outside smoking a cigar right now. So I actually unwrap a cigar.
It's so good.
The ending is great because Goz decides how it ends. That's a tease for everybody. So live at Hooters, really good Friday. A little bit of show left. Derek Carr. Basically 40 mil a year average, which sounds like a lot of money, but you're a starting quarterback. You're a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And he legitimately said, I took less because I didn't want to lose my best friend like I did when Khalil Mack had to go. So what was on the table? Were they going 46? But you had to know this deal was coming. You don't trade for the guy's college best friend to let Derek Carr walk or play out the rest of his contract.
You, Sean,
are so beautiful.
You, Sean Martin, other Raider fans have seen this. Like, I don't know if it's just laziness, this hate, this vitriol. There, I use a big Hobart word.
The car haters?
Right? Yeah, for the car haters. Which, look, 2017, he almost wins the MVP and gets the richest contract in NFL history at that point.
I know.
Then it's followed up 5 years later with another extension with hundreds of millions of dollars. And Raider fans like, I don't know about Carr. Like, he's been there. He's been the guy.
But you know the thing is, and let me say this about Carr hating Raider. Like there's two Raiders camps right now. There's Raider Nation, and then there's Carr hating Raider Nation. Like Carr hating Raider Nation is stupid. Not only because they hate Carr, but because they don't understand how NFL contracts work at all. Like on paper, Carr's contract, his last one, was the largest in history. But if you looked at it, it was like here's all the money, unless we don't want to give it to you, and then we won't. We'll tell you to go away, and you can't have anything, and then you're screwed. So go F yourself. And if your favorite color is chartreuse, you can fuck yourself. Like they literally like that. Right? Yeah, that contract was it was a Lamborghini with no engine. It was so flashy looking, and he performed well enough that he got it. He got the money that they could have pulled away from him. Who's better than Carr, right? If you're the Las Vegas Raiders, Patrick Mahomes not coming down that Patrick Mahomes not coming down that tunnel. Just these other, like Russell Wilson is in Denver. Justin Herbert is in LA. He's with the Chargers. Josh Allen in Buffalo. It's a legitimate arms race in the AFC. And you got a guy who is really, really good. And if you saw the way he played when he had Henry Ruggs the third, he was getting better. Now he's got a legitimate number one receiver. He's got third and Renfro. He's got one of the best pass catching tight ends in the game in Waller. The backfield has improved. The offensive line is getting better. It was a smart contract. Your quarterback is now locked up for at least 3. And again, I haven't even seen the fine print yet. I'm almost positive they did the same exact thing to him this time they did last time. Yeah, $40 million a year, unless you don't use every crosswalk and if you golf left-handed. And if you like this, it's the Raiders. Like, Mark Davis looks dumb as hell until you start seeing these contracts that he's having other people put out for him or he's writing or whatever. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's an out in this contract. What is it? If you drink more than 18 ounces of water a day, they can it's not there. So I love it. I love the Raiders got a little continuity, a little consistency. Fired up for the nation.
Good for Derek Carr. Hopefully this puts a stamp on the ending of the hate. If the Raiders get to the playoffs, if the Raiders exceed expectations, I know the last time I checked, they were like a plus 700 to win the division. It's like plus 700. Like that's, they can get to the playoffs and win games. And we talked about this last time you and I were together. Like you switch the conferences on the Raiders, they could be a team that gets all the way to the conference finals and conference championship weekend. I
gotta be honest with you. I think they're the second best team in the AFC West right now, and I'm not positive because I don't know. Like everybody got better, Kansas City stayed the same, which is saying something. Kansas City's freaking phenomenal, but like Justin Herbert, watch if you get near his feet, he starts looking down, and that changes everything. That defense is phenomenal, but Herbert, unless they figure out how to get him to play the way Buffalo got Josh Allen to play, that's going to be an issue. And your coach is crazy. He's going to go for it on 4th and 1 inside the opposing 10. Like so that kind of makes me nervous. I don't know what Josh McDaniels is yet. Denver defense is good. I don't think Russell Wilson has a lot left in the tank. I don't. And again, everybody got better. Chiefs stayed the same. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
To defend the Chiefs in the Raiders, everybody else, draft is still on the way. So we'll probably have a better evaluation in a month.
Raiders draft is over. The first 2 rounds are gone. First 2 rounds are in number 17 right now in silver and black.
I guess history would tell us now, like the last 5 years, the Raiders might have been worse even after drafting players, how bad some of Mayock's picks ended up being. But whether they're his fault or not is a different discussion.
But that's an interesting thing, too, is like it kind of makes me like the power structure of the Raiders better. You mean to tell me your first year as GM of the Raiders and you don't want to make the splashy picks? You don't want to be the guy who's everybody's talking about for 2 months going to the draft? You're like, nope, I'm good. I need that player. That's the guy. My quarterback has rapport with him like I have with my head coach. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And we're going to pay him through the nose. And we're going to pay our quarterback through the nose. And we're going to win multiple Super Bowls. Tom Brady's going to collapse into dust on the field. Revenge against both teams, the Patriots and the Buccaneers.
I think we went too far. We've gone too far.
However, that's in the contract. It's in the contract.
Just because of the Brady thing, I saw you shared this on social today.
How great is that?
You love the Game of Thrones
stuff
that's out there.
How great. Because, again, it's the truth is that Belichick is so conniving, so next level evil genius that we can kind of think about it. It's a picture of Belichick on the phone. It's a picture of Brady in a Miami Dolphins uniform. And the caption is Belichick catching wind of Brady's plans to go to Miami and then, quote, accidentally texting Brian Flores, blowing up the entire deal is some next level Game of Thrones shit. Tell me it's impossible. Tell me it's impossible.
It's not.
I think it's just as likely he didn't know which Brian was which in his phone as he went, this will be great. Like, I may not get him. I may not get it done, but I'm at least going to cause some problems.
I hope I get a movie about that's exactly what Belichick thought because, Darth Vader music would play in the background. The whole Miami Brady thing, I need more. I don't know why it's not a bigger story. I don't know if it's just like ESPN or the bigger networks missed it and they're just not
giving it enough love. Because a New England old white guy moves down to Miami, that's not news. That's called every freaking day.
Maybe as a Buccaneer fan, I just don't want to believe there's even a chance Brady would retire or leave the Bucs, even though he did retire and for a few weeks.
Leave
Left the Bucks. Yeah, I should have wiped it away from my memory.
How many more years do you have Brady?
1.
I thought you were done already. Why not 6?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I'm either 1 or he'll never retire ever.
Yeah.
He'll just play till he's 70.
He just gets hit and like turns to dust. Like
Did the ball get in the end zone though? That's what
who
I'm more
knows?
concerned about.
No, I don't think so. Not that time. No.
Here tonight at Hooters, by the way, it is a packed Friday. We've got NBA playoff action. Kevin Huerter and the Atlanta Hawks take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Yes, the Pelicans without Zion, who ESPN has a feature story today on the 3-year, 85-game career so far of Zion Williamson with the
85
Pelicans.
more games than you played.
That's right.
So there.
Take that. By the way, the Minnesota Timberwolves won the other day. People are hating on the Timberwolves because they celebrated too much after winning. They're taking on Levack, the team you picked to get out of the Western Conference, the Memphis Grizzlies. So maybe the celebration ends quickly for that squad. But I had Phoenix, Milwaukee. I believe you had Boston and Memphis. So those are our picks for the NBA playoffs. And then Bellator. By the way, Bellator is on tonight. I know the UFC is the home right here for Hooters. Bellator is an event on YouTube and then Showtime. So if you're looking for the Bellator fight, that is YouTube.
Who
and
even fights in
Showtime.
Bellator? Dude? It's still Bader, right?
Yeah.
I think Bader's the only one they still. I think Bader fights himself.
I had that as a tease on our social media promotion. Like, could Bellator ever pass the UFC? I feel like it's exactly what you just said. The focus early on for Bellator was old guys who they thought could get a big payday out of it. And then once that passed, it's like,
Well, they never got anybody new after that.
there
Like
you go.
Mighty Mouse went over there and went and faded. Like Mighty Mouse was one of the. All right,
You interviewed him before. For those who don't know,
100%. Demetrius Johnson. He was one of the most exciting fighters, but because of his size, he was never going to be the full-blown main event. They tried to make him a full-blown main event, and he faded into obscurity. Him being a co-main event in the UFC, he would be one of the best fighters we've ever seen.
Why is Mighty Mouse not the main draw? Is it just because of his size? Like,
I
McGregor's
think
not
so.
a big guy,
I
but
think-
yeah, just regular guys like somebody at Hooters today could have thought I could beat Mighty Mouse in a fight, and they probably think they're right, even though he's smaller and they're not trained. And Armin, right?
yeah.
The shirt, yeah.
Armin gave him a girl's Bud Light shirt. Here, I think it'll fit you. And he wasn't even trying to be rude. At least I don't think he was. But it was hysterical because I thought he was going to get popped. I thought he was about to get beaten down by a small little man. And it was going to be bad. And then I thought he was going to dry hump McGregor. He loved, he's not even a fight sport guy, but I was like, listen, you will be after you meet Conor McGregor. No. By halfway through, and he's just like, I'm like, dude, put it away. Zip it up. What are you doing?
It might be time for Q&A to end the day. Levack.
Yeah,
We
let's
flew
do
through the
that.
show. By the way, one more time, Jared Lozier over there, Northeastern Insurance. If you're looking to save some money on your home, your small business, and more, had a call with Northeastern Insurance this week. All great things from them. Shout out to all the great stuff they do for Goz of the media. Northeastern Insurance, his number 518-956-3753. His email, jaredl@nemail.com. And if you come by Hooters today and find the big bald guy in the green shirt and you grab him and say, you're the insurance guy, can save me money.
We'll give you Empire tickets.
And Empire tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's do a Q&A to end the day live from Hooters. It's a really good Friday. Can't wait to drink and eat. All right, we'll start with Tommy Grass, my guy. What do you think of the Derek Carr extension? Do you think he's worth the money? Tommy, you've listened to the show a long time. What's my rule? Guys, what's the rule? What are you worth?
What anyone's willing to pay you.
You're worth whatever anyone's willing to pay you. You are 100%. Yeah, he's 100%. $40 million for a quarterback like that in a contract that is probably team structured. I haven't even looked into it because I've just been too busy laughing at the tears of the Carr haters. I'm in. You need that continuity. Corey from Greenwich. Hi, guys. As always.
I got our guy, Brady Farkas. Thank you, Corey, for always.
Hi, guys.
I know you got another comment, Corey, you had, but Brady Farkas, our pal, wrote in, you and tagged my guy, Andrew Williams, your guy as well, over at Sirius. Breaking news, the Syracuse University Carrier Dome is no more. The school has negotiated a settlement with Carrier to terminate the lifetime naming rights. Local tech company JMA Wireless, who does wireless cell phones, will be the new naming rights partner.
Missed the boat. Presenting sponsor of the Albany Empire. Standard would have been better.
There you go.
Would have been better. Brooke and Jen are amazing.
We've
Jenna
covered
Brooke.
this before involving the Carrier Dome. Basically what happened was 40 years ago, they said you can have the rights forever. And then 2019, they're like, we're going to stop publicly calling it the Carrier Dome.
Right.
And then Syracuse caught on.
Well, it's like being a 5-year-old, right? Somebody hands you a $20 bill and you're like, there's no such thing as more money than $20. So Syracuse is $1 million like 20 years ago. There's $1 million forever. forever. No big deal. And all of a sudden they're like, now here we are. Like, million is really not a lot for what we gave them anymore. Like I got a friend who just built a small shopping plaza for like $3 million. I'm
Doesn't
just
make
saying,
sense. Yeah,
right? It's not
a good business move anymore.
Not the thing. Jamie, our girl Jamie, I missed it. What happened? Mason Espinoza left the Columbus Lions. That's what happened. I'll see you tomorrow at lacrosse.
James on Instagram. I like the Instagram comments when they come in. He wrote, okay, this is just a meme of Jesse the Body Ventura taking an energy drink. I think he did that while we were taking shots during the show. It was not an energy drink.
Well,
Thank you,
I
James,
feel
for
energized.
noticing that, though.
I feel energized. Matt Bob, you guys know anything about the story that's going on over at U Albany basketball? Yeah. There you go.
That sums it up. I was so bummed about what I thought was going to be that story. Shout out to Liana Bonavita, and like the crew over there. 13 had some people that didn't cover it. Shout out to Gardner Royce as well. He's signed off for CBS 6. Great job by Gardner. We loved him at his time in the Capital Region. So because a lot of these places were doing different stuff, Liana and her crew over at ABC had a live feed. And I'm like, all right, let's see what they're going to do. And then Michael Kelly's over there, Singlace, like the whole local media. Dwayne Killian's got up there within like the first 5 minutes and said, hey, we're not going to talk about what happened. You can refer to it to the press release that was put out. Then why are we doing the press conference? It would have been like a movie that said, hey, if you're hoping, or a concert, hey, if you're hoping to see the late Meatloaf tonight, he's not here. And then people just walked out. That's what I felt like the press probably felt like. No. All right, why am I here? I'm just going to leave. And nothing came out of the press conference, which is the opposite of why you want to have a press conference.
But it's, I think what you're doing is you're establishing the line. Like, hey, however this is done, it's done, and I can't talk about it. That's what it is. Boom, move on, whatever. I don't know. It sucks. I've said all along, I think Dwayne Kill's a good dude. I don't know what happened. Maybe one day we'll find out all the way. I do know that he's a good enough dude that people that I know who would know more than they're supposed to won't talk to me about it. And that's saying something. Q&A of the day, live from Hooters. Really good Friday. Corey from Greenwich. Is Russell Wilson elite? What makes them elite? A Super Bowl? Well, no. Hello, Christina. Russell Wilson no longer elite. Being a great quarterback and winning Super Bowls makes you elite, I guess, right?
You've talked about the hate that could be potentially on the way for Russell Wilson. We'll find out if it's more Pete Carroll, who almost feels like a coach that doesn't get enough credit, even he's won a Super Bowl and a national championship. Do you want to come? Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk? Do you want in? Oh, somebody gave Rumplemans to Christina, I think. No one gives Rumplemans to her. All right. Is that it? Are we done? That's it. I had a few more, but that's it. That's all I want to do. That's a perfect way to
That's your advice. Don't give Rumplemans to my dance choreographer. That's what I need from you, everyone. Because now we have to call her husband to drive her home. That's how it goes.
Tuesday, you and I back for Techies Tuesday, live from MVP Arena, and then Levack. 8 days. The kickoff, the pregame show. A special Levack and Goz, 3:30 to 5. I say Levack and Goz, and Goz and Levack for as long as he can be there, and then other insiders for the Albany Empire season.
I want to get like one of those full wireless headphones and just kind of walk. No, move that. Yeah, and that's why I think the car contract's good. All right. All right. Make sure you get over to Hooters. We got some tickets left. We'll be here for a little bit. If you want to win some tickets, it's pretty easy. Come up and say, hey, I'd like tickets to the home opener. We'll take care of you. We'll be at the Firewolves game tomorrow night. Please pack the house, support your Empire and your Firewolves, and go Empire.